Hey everyone, I'm Michael. Let me ask you something that probably hits closer to home than most people want to admit. Have you ever caught yourself thinking that building wealth, creating passive income, or reaching financial freedom is just for other people? You know, people with a big inheritance, a killer salary, or just crazy luck. People who started out with a ton of cash to throw around. If you've ever had that thought, just hang on to it for a second, because tonight we're going to tear that idea apart. So a bit about me. I'm Michael, and I've spent decades getting my hands dirty with the way money really works. I've been a business partner, I've taught thousands, and honestly, I'm still learning every day about what actually gets results. And if there's one myth that drives me nuts, one that you hear everywhere, from TikTok to your well-meaning uncle, it's this: you need a mountain of cash just to get started on the road to wealth. That passive income is only for people who already have it made. That you need a fat bank account before your money can do anything for you. That's just flat out wrong. Tonight, I want to show you 5 totally different ways you can start building passive income with less than $100. Not $1,000, not $500, $100. And these aren't just pie-in-the-sky ideas that look good on a whiteboard but fall apart in the real world. These are real, doable, proven methods you can start using tomorrow. Some are boring. Some are a little more out there. A few might even catch you off guard. But here's the truth: they all work. On this channel, Investor Voice, we don't do hype. No get-rich-quick nonsense. We're about real strategies, honest expectations, and steps you can actually take. So before you decide what's possible with your money, let's jump into the first, and probably the most important, way to start building passive income. This first one, I call it the foundation stream. It's all about passive income through investing and high-yield savings. And look, I'm going to be straight with you. This one's kind of boring. No drama. Nobody's making a viral video about their high-yield savings account. But you know what? Boring is good when it comes to building wealth. It works. It's steady. Most importantly, it helps you build habits that last. And that's where the magic starts. Maybe you're sitting there thinking, Michael, am I really supposed to believe a savings account is going to make me rich? Nope. I won't sugarcoat it. A savings account with a 4 or 5% interest rate isn't going to turn you into a millionaire. But that's not the point. This is about something bigger than just the dollar amount. It's about building the habit. It's about seeing, maybe for the first time, what it feels like to have your money earning money for you. Once you get even a small taste of that, just a few dollars in interest, it changes you. You want more. You keep going. That's what matters most. Getting started. Proving to yourself that even $100 can start working for you. So let's break down the 2 options in this foundation stream and walk through what you actually need to do. First up, the high-yield savings account, also called a high-interest savings account. These are just bank accounts that actually pay you a decent rate. Right now, you can get about 4 to 5% a year from online banks. Compare that to the measly 0.01% you get from most regular banks, and it's not even close. The difference is huge. If you've got $10,000, you'll make $500 a year instead of just $1. I mean, which would you pick? Let's talk about investing for a second. I don't mean chasing after the next big stock pick. I'm talking about setting aside small amounts. Maybe it's $20, maybe 50 or 70, whatever fits your budget, and putting it into something steady, like an all-world fund or the S&P 500. These are index funds that spread your money across a ton of companies, and over the long haul, they've usually brought in around 8 to 10% per year. Not every single year, obviously. Some years you lose a bit, but stretch it out over 10, 20, 30 years, and that's the average. The best part? These really are passive. Your money works for you while you're binging a show or asleep. You don't have to babysit your investments. That's the beauty of it. Getting started is pretty straightforward. For savings accounts, check out sites like Bankrate or moneysavingexpert.com to see who's offering the best rates. Look for accounts with no fees, government protection, FDIC in the US, FSCS in the UK, and easy access if you need your cash. Keep in mind, some accounts limit how much you can deposit or how much interest they'll pay. If you're lucky enough to have a lot saved up, you might want to split your money across a few accounts to get the most out of your interest. Let's look at some real numbers just to make it clear. Stick $100 in a high-yield savings account at 5%, and you'll earn $5 a year. Not a fortune, but it's money you didn't have to lift a finger for. Scale it up. $10,000 gets you $500 a year just for letting it sit there. Some banks even pay the interest daily, so you can actually see your balance tick up every time you check. That's surprisingly motivating. When it comes to investing, there are a bunch of apps: Vanguard, Invest Engine, Trading 212, Fidelity, and plenty more. Pick a diversified fund like the S&P 500 or a total world fund and let it run. Here's a simple example. Say you set up an app to automatically invest $1 a day. That's $365 a year. Leave it alone for 20 years, and with a reasonable 7% return, you're looking at almost 15 grand. All from pocket change you'd probably spend without thinking. That's the magic of consistency and compound interest. Before I move on, I know some of you are thinking, okay, Michael, this is nice, but I want to do something more hands-on. I want to build something myself, maybe even start a business. If that's you, the next part's for you. Let's talk about print on demand. If you've been itching to launch an online business, but the idea of buying a bunch of inventory freaks you out, this might be exactly what you're looking for. Print on demand is pretty much what it sounds like. You come up with the designs, you put them on products, and when someone places an order, a third-party company handles everything: printing, packing, shipping. You never have to touch the inventory or worry about unsold stock. Your job is to design and get the word out. Here's how it works. There are platforms like Gelato, Printful, Printify, and a bunch of others. You sign up for free, connect them to your online store, Etsy, Shopify, TikTok Shop, Amazon, wherever you want to sell. Browse their catalog, t-shirts, mugs, hoodies, posters, photo books, calendars, phone cases, tote bags, you name it. Upload your design, use their mock-up tools to make your product look great, write a quick description, set your price, and go live. You can have your first product ready to sell in under 10 minutes. What's really cool about places like Gelato is they produce locally in over 30 countries. So if someone orders in London, their shirt gets printed and shipped from the UK. If it's Sydney, it ships from Australia. That means faster delivery, cheaper shipping, and a much smaller carbon footprint compared to old school methods where everything ships from one place. You can actually order samples first to make sure the quality's up to par before you start selling. I did this myself with a calendar, and it turned out great. The whole thing, from ordering to delivery, ran smoothly. With print on demand, you never really know what's going to catch on. You have to experiment, different designs, products, niches. You just keep testing and see what sticks. My advice? Pick a niche you already care about. You're the one creating the content and talking about your products. So if it matches your interests, it's way easier to keep going. Love cats? Make cat stuff. Obsessed with fitness? Go for gym gear. Always reading? Design mugs and t-shirts for book lovers. Lean into what you know. Here's a quick example of what's possible. There's this early print-on-demand seller, Rachel Rofe, who shared that one of her mug designs sold thousands of times and brought in over $4 million, at least according to an article online. That's a wild success, sure. Not everyone will pull that off, but it proves the potential here. You create a design once, and it can keep selling for months or years without you lifting a finger. If you've been waiting for the perfect moment to start an online business, honestly, this is it. The barrier to entry is basically zero. You only pay when you make a sale, so there's almost no risk. All right, let's move on to number 3. This one catches a lot of people off guard because when you think about real estate investing, you probably picture something totally different. Number 3 is real estate investment trusts, or REITs. Most people imagine needing a mountain of cash for a down payment, jumping through mortgage hoops, dealing with tenants, fixing things at midnight, stressing over property taxes and insurance, the whole headache. And yeah, if you're buying property yourself, that's exactly what you're signing up for. But here's the twist. You don't have to own a building to invest in real estate, and you definitely don't need a fortune to get started. REITs work like this. They're companies that own loads of real estate, and you buy shares in those companies. Instead of one house or building, you get a slice of hundreds or even thousands. Apartment complexes, shopping malls, data centers, storage units, cell towers, you name it. The kicker? By law, REITs have to pay out at least 90% of their taxable profits to shareholders as dividends. So when they collect rent from all those properties, most of that cash goes right back to you. Think about how much easier this is. You're instantly spread across tons of properties in different places and industries. Hello, diversification. You're not chasing tenants or fixing leaky toilets. Professionals handle all that. And if you want out, just sell your shares like any other stock, right from your phone. REITs usually pay dividends in the 2 to 6% range, depending on the type. Plus, if the share price climbs, you get growth on top of your income. It's a solid combo. And you don't need a pile of cash to start. Most investment apps let you buy in with as little as $50 or $100. You can start building a real estate portfolio today with the money you already have. No mortgages, no tenant drama, no 2 a.m. phone calls, just steady income paid straight to you. Let's talk about number 4. You've probably heard the words affiliate marketing a million times by now. It's hyped up everywhere, and honestly, there's a lot of confusion and flat-out nonsense about it. I want to give you a real, no BS look at what it actually is. Affiliate marketing gets a bad rap, mostly because of all those flashy YouTube videos. You know, the ones where someone claims they're raking in 10 grand a month thanks to affiliate links, all while filming in front of a rented sports car. That's not what I'm talking about. I mean the version that's actually doable, the one you can start without any money or an audience. When I first got into creating content online, affiliate marketing was my only way to make money. For a long time, it kept me afloat. If you're a content creator, maybe you're making YouTube videos, writing blog posts, sending out newsletters, or just active on social media, affiliate marketing is the easiest way to start earning. Sponsorships? You need a big audience for brands to even notice you. Selling your own products? That takes time and trust. But affiliate marketing? The bar's way lower. Here's how it really works. You make stuff, blog posts, videos, Instagram reels, whatever, and you include links to products you actually use and like. If someone clicks your link and buys something, you get a small cut. That's pretty much it. The secret is being real about what you recommend. People can spot fakes from a mile away. If you only talk about things you genuinely use, your audience will notice. You don't need a massive following either. When I started out, I was pulling in maybe $20 or $30 a month from links. Not impressive on paper, but it added up. And the best part is, some of my oldest posts still make money years later, even though I haven't touched them in ages. That's the whole passive income thing everyone talks about. Pick a niche you actually know. Don't just chase whatever's trending or grab random products. Focus on stuff you really use. Finance apps, Notion, books, fitness gear, whatever feels natural to you. Start making content about these things. Could be blog posts, YouTube reviews, TikToks, newsletters. The format doesn't matter as much as your honesty. When people feel you're genuine, they trust you. Affiliate programs, they're everywhere. Amazon Associates pays out 1 to 3%. Sure, the commissions look small, but they stack up. Banks, investment apps, Notion, they all have affiliate deals. You can literally start earning from day one. Next up, digital products. Think PDFs, ebooks, guides, templates, planners, courses. You put in the work once, then sell as much as you want. No printing, no shipping headaches. It's all profit. I've done this myself, and honestly, you can do it too. Shipping or messy inventory. Whether 10 people buy it or 10,000, you put in the same work up front, and that's it. Honestly, digital products really are as great as they sound. But let's be real about a few downsides you should know. First, there's saturation. Since it's so easy to make digital stuff, tons of people are doing it. You're not just up against a few local businesses. You're competing with creators all over the world. So you need a product that really solves a specific problem, looks good, and actually helps a certain group of people. Second, copying is a thing. Platforms like Etsy are full of copycats. If you make something good, someone will probably buy it, tweak it a little, and sell their own version. You'll lose a few sales here and there. It's just part of the game. Third, there's the perception issue. Some people just don't value digital products the same way they do physical ones. They might hesitate to spend $20 on an ebook, even though they'd happily drop $50 on a hardcover. So your pricing and how you show the value really matters. But here's the upside. The margins are wild. With physical products, you're always paying for materials, packaging, shipping, and maybe storage. With digital products, once you make it, every sale after that is basically pure profit. And you're not stuck fulfilling orders all day either. You can make sales while you sleep, travel, or just hang out with family. Physical products rarely give you that kind of freedom. If you're totally new to this, keep it simple. Seriously. Don't try to build a huge, complicated video course right out of the gate. Pick one thing you can actually make. Start with what you already know, or look at problems you've solved for yourself. Ask yourself, can I package this up for someone else? Maybe you're good at budgeting. Make a budget spreadsheet. Love planning? Create a digital planner. Good at writing? Write an ebook in your niche. If you're into design, whip up some social media templates. There are endless ways to go. Just remember the basics. Make sure your product actually solves a problem. Use great product photos. Keep your listing easy to find in search. And if you're brand new, try a beginner-friendly platform like Etsy. It already has built-in buyers, so it's way easier to get noticed there than to start from scratch on your own website. If you want to start creating content, whether that's a blog, a newsletter, a YouTube channel, or even TikTok, affiliate marketing is hands down one of the easiest ways to actually make some money while you're just getting started. No need to wait around for sponsors. No need to invent your own product. You can start earning little commissions right away. And trust me, those add up faster than you'd think. All right, let's talk about number 5, which is honestly one of my favorite ways to make money online, because I've done it myself. Creating and selling digital products. Digital products are exactly what they sound like. stuff you make once and sell online over and over. Think PDFs, ebooks, guides, templates, workbooks, online courses, printables, planners, stock photos, music, software. You get the idea. You put in the work up front, and after that you can sell as many copies as people want without worrying about shipping or inventory or printing. Whether you sell 10 or 10,000, it's the same amount of effort to make the thing. Sounds amazing, right? And honestly, it is. But I want to be real with you. There are a couple of downsides you should know about. First, there's a ton of competition. Digital products are so easy to make that everyone seems to be selling something. You're no longer just up against a few local businesses. You're competing with creators all over the world. So your product needs to solve an actual problem or stand out in a big way. It's got to be useful, well-designed, and aimed at the right people. Copycats are everywhere. You put something cool up on Etsy and somebody's bound to copy it. You'll lose a few sales. That's just how it goes. But how people see your product, that's a whole different game. Folks pause at $20 for an ebook, but they'll drop $50 on a hardcover without blinking. Pricing is weird like that. Still, when it comes to margins, digital wins every time. Physical stuff, you've got to pay for materials, shipping, storage, the whole deal. Digital, make it once, and every sale after that is almost pure profit. No packing boxes, no late night runs to the post office. You can literally make money while you sleep. So don't overthink it. Just make one thing. Maybe it's a budget template, a digital planner, an ebook, or some social media templates. Solve a real problem. Take decent photos. Write a clear description. List it on Etsy. There are already people looking to buy. The biggest thing holding people back isn't money. It's that little voice saying, "This isn't for me." Ignore it. Start with what you've got, even if that's just $20. Pick a direction. Take the first step. Glad you're here. If you know someone who needs a nudge, send this their way. Subscribe to Investor Voice and hit the bell. Let's make something that matters.